I am an autistic woman myself. I didn't know I was autistic until I was 32 years old. I found out I was autistic after having two autistic daughters, and one who's with me today, and back in 2008, being told it was impossible that I had two autistic daughters because autism only happens to boys. I've been campaigning since then to raise awareness in the UK and globally about autism and girls. So our collective aim is looking at Goal 5 and gender equality to ensure that that gender equality really does mean all girls, not just the able girls. Autistic females have suffered from a clinical misogyny past, and that needs to be left in the past. Misjudgment has seen autism and misjudgment and misleading autism as a white male condition. I know from recent surveys that 100% of women in the Black and Asian community who also role models. It's very important that even if somebody's autism diagnosis may appear clinically mild, it's recognised that their life experience is anything but mild without supports. 91% of the autistic diagnosis have suffered some form of abuse. The good news is that the same 73% have, after diagnosis and support, been able to find tools to safeguard themselves from abuse or report abuse when it happens. We know from Autistic's research of last year that the autistic community are 9 times more likely to take their own life. The research I've done has shown that just under 80% of autistic people feel unable to call helplines and use the telephone in times of crisis. I've spoken to the Samaritans about this and asked them to pick up their speed on text and email response to helplines to better protect people and autistic lives in general. We also know that the autistic community have 15 years less on their life expectancy. So when we're looking at the future, 2030, and goals 3, 4 and 5, we really need to concentrate on 3 major issues. One is education and autistic females. This isn't just the very important issue that they're not in education. My daughter here is homeschooled due to misunderstandings in the educational system. But with education comes sexual health and abuse training. You have a child which is already very, very vulnerable to being abused, who is then not in a position to get the same education on these very, very important issues such as abuse and sexual health. They're double discriminated again. We also need to be thinking about, as I said before, the Black and Asian community who are just completely they don't have a double discrimination, they have a triple discrimination. And again, we need to look at helplines and saving autistic lives as a matter of priority.